here at the Air Canada Center. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports Fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Collison is out there with Ellis. Then there's Sanders. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Duncan in at the 4 slot.
Omer Asik, one of the premier defensive centers in the league. He's got size, mobility, and a great IQ for defensive positioning.
Calderon is screen on Ellis. It's DeRozan with the drive. The shot's good from Evans.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Collison gets a wide open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Collison's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. On defense, San Antonio. Now here's DeRozan. The baseline J. Calderon, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Collison kicks to Ellis. Here's the 3. And Duncan throws it down.
We knew what was going to happen with that one when he got his hands on it.
Yeah, you know, if the ball comes to him off the offensive boards, Clark, it's going to go back down hard.
It's amazing how many points he salvages for his team.
Now here's Bosch.
Good. Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here is Collison. Dishes to Tucker. Clock at 6. Ellis kicks to Collison. Here's Duncan. Ellis trying to free himself up. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And that's Evans penetrating. Here's DeRozan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
DeMar DeRozan is starting to piece it together. I mean, we see him up in his scoring average. He's shooting it better. He's passing the ball with more confidence. He's becoming more efficient. You know, after a big extension from the Raptors, I think they've got to be pleased with this progress.
And guys, when you look at DeRozan, where can he take the next step?
Well, he has the physical tools to be an elite perimeter defender. He's made strides, definitely, but you know, he has the potential, I think, to be even better than what he is right now.
Near the 3-point line, it's Ellis. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
Evans kicks to Asik. Here's Bosch. And he goes in for the dunk. Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
And it's rejected. And they'll keep possession. Sanders' shot is good. The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start off the game. Bosch heads the pick for Calderon. The dish to Bosch. He kicks it to DeRozan. Raptors need to get a shot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
A nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. He'll take that.
Well, the Toronto Raptors guys looking at a rebrand for a team starting next season to celebrate their 20th anniversary in the league. Boy, time flies. New colors, Steve, and a new logo.
Yeah, they'd even considered a name change, but decided to stick with the Raptors. But a chance perhaps to go with that bird of prey connotation rather than a dinosaur.
Now here's Ellis. Passes it to Collison. Duncan with a screen on Calderon. Collison with it. And Bosch picks him up defensively. No good from Duncan. Collison against Calderon. Pass to DeRozan. Larry Sanders with the rebound.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Pass to Tucker. Collison with a screen on Bosch. Out to Duncan. And Ashik with the block. Evans goes in. Here's DeRozan. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Tucker. Covered by Evans. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two. This past offseason, the Spurs found themselves with a bit of wiggle room that came to the salary cap.
For so long, Kevin, they've been able to only make moves through the draft with minor adjustments, things they really do well, but the flexibility was new to them, and I'm sure they'll take full advantage of it.
Raptors leading by 3. He feeds it to Ashik. DeRozan. Off target from outside.
Yeah, again, iffy shot selection there. Defender draped all over him.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
Collison, no good.
Well, for the Spurs, who knows what the future holds? It's an aging team, but they do have some players to build around. And so they could have gone in any direction with their cap space.
Here's DeRozan. Not enough on that one as it misses.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
San Antonio again missing.
You know, with the Spurs and their offseason options, it's actually going to get more flexible after the end of the 2015 season when they can practically build their entire team from scratch. Almost zero salary commitments for them at the end of the 2015 season.
Feeds to Evans. Good D by Sanders.
Tyreke Evans is an athletic slashing guard. He's really gifted at getting to the rim. But I think his outside shot, the inconsistency of his outside shot has held him back a bit. Ironically, he's a pretty good free throw shooter, but still lacks that touch from mid-range on field goal attempts.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And Evans has worked diligently on his shooting. He had a bad habit of fading back on every jump shot early in his career, so he's tried to shoot with a more traditional motion.
And the Spurs with some changes. Andre Blatch, he's checked in for Sanders. Budinger comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Nick Calathis in for Darren Collison. Calathis passes to Duncan. Good. That's Calathis who picks up the assist. And Evans over his career has bounced around a little bit position-wise. He played point guard at Memphis and coming into the NBA and then some small forward. What do you think his best position is?
I think he's one of those guys that probably is a playmaking small forward or two guard. He's got ball handling skills that allow him to make plays and to score. He's strong. His wingspan allows him to play bigger than he is, but I think he's a playmaking 2 or 3.
Kicks it to Budinger. Plenty of space.
I tell you what, the mid-range shot is not the easiest one to make. And when you've got daylight like he had there, I mean, those are shots you want to make.
Evans with it. Guarded now by Duncan. Here's DeRozan. And again, no good by Toronto.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
Great job there, recognizing the mismatch and taking advantage.
They got to put a bigger guy on him. Otherwise, he'll bury those jumpers all game.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And some changes here for the Raptors. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Usher. Thornton comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Livingston in for Jose Calderon. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Tucker's checked in. Bosch, that's the pick for Evans to end the drought. The drive by Bosch.
You know, the Spurs, because of their way of conducting business and their low-key personality, have never really been ratings darlings for the NBA, despite being considered and respected as a model franchise in the league. The team's color of silver and black, I think, fits their style. It's not really flashy or gaudy, but it does point out their business-like approach and how precise they play and how much they win.
And the Raptors with the ball. San Antonio trailing here. The shot by Bosch, no good. Evans goes in, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
You know what? I thought he might have it in him. I mean, he did everything right there.
Could be the start of something for him.
Could be, because he is really having some fun out there. Looks like he's playing with confidence.
And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he was boxed out, and when that happens, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
Ross, he's checked in for Tyreek Evans. Hill kicks to Bosch. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the baseline, and he gets the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Toronto lead.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Ellis outside. Here's the feed to Duncan. Can't get it to go. So the Raptors will take it the other way. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the jam by Ross.
Well played right there, and you can feel the momentum changing.
I think this lead will continue to move upward unless something unforeseen happens.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the first. Hill dishes to Livingston. Right side Bosch. Hill inside. Working on Bosch. The 3 from Bosch. That doesn't go either for Bosch. Spurs trail by 7. Ellis goes in. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Tucker. He's guarded by Ross. Kicks it out to Ellis. They grab their own miss. And Duncan gets it to go in. Duncan's got 8 points.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive line.
And the Raptors call time here.
You know, I get the feeling that Tim Duncan would make a mean poker player. With his reluctance to display emotion on the court, it's pretty clear when he's on the court, the big fundamental is all business.
Raptors making a switch here. Conley's checked in. Then for the Spurs, Ed Davis is checked in for Duncan. Bellinelli comes in for Ellis. And it's Collison in for Nick Coathis.
And you talk about Duncan's reserved demeanor, snubbed from the All-Star game last season, but you never hear him complain. That's just not how he does things.
The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Now here's Ross. He dishes it to Livingston. And the pass to Thornton. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And now a 9-point Raptor lead. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning alert and focused, and they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, they've got Bellinelli. Davis is out there with Blatch. And there's Collison. And it's Buttinger in at the 3 spot. Livingston passes to Ross. Fires from deep.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense is taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Now here's Collison.
Darren Collison could be the fastest player in the NBA with the ball in his hands. Westbrook, Parker, obviously in the conversation as well. But boy, Collison, the son of 2 track stars, he is just explosive.
And Collison loves to use his quickness at both ends, a blur in transition, Clark, and defensively, he'll hound you for the full 94 feet.
Well, again, we've talked about this before, Kevin. You've got to play to your strengths. He's a little undersized, but as they say, speed kills, and he looks to make the most of his speed. That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Dishes it to Blatch. Davis inside. He's guarded by Hill. And Davis puts it in.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs, not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's model franchise. The longest streak of 50-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Tim Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
They sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris. Bellinelli with the 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see they recognize that, Clark. I mean, they are not going to give him that look.
Here's Collison. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Fade away. Here's Buttinger. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Raptors leading by 9. Livingston kicks to Thornton. There's the dish to Livingston. 3-pointer. And the basket by Thornton. Thornton's got 5 now.
I thought the defense really kind of slacked off there. He's going to drill those threes when he gets a good look.
Davis setting the pick for Collison. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Another shot. And Davis puts it in.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Here is Livingston. Vonleh dishes to Hill. Watch with the steal. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Budinger sets the screen for Collison. 6 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. That one off the back iron and out. Thornton with it. Picked up by Collison. Here is Ross. Hill sets the screen for Ross. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Davis. Collison with it. Bloch sets the pick for Collison. There's the screen by Bloch. Davis, the pass to Budinger. He kicks it to Collison.
Great work getting in the shooter's face and then getting back to the boards to grab the rebound. Making the playoffs was a goal the Raptors have been working towards for a long time, and last year they were able to get back to the postseason for the first time since 2008.
And Thornton kicks to Ross. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Ross has got the lead up to 12 now for the Raptors. Long drought came to a close last year, Clark, for Toronto. It wasn't a long ride in the playoffs, but the Raptors sure provided some excitement.
Well, that Game 7 loss to the Nets, Kevin, broke some hearts, but that's just a young team losing to a veteran team, and that always serves you well when you're looking to become more competitive, and ultimately the Raptors benefit from that type of experience.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Marcus Thornton. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Larry Sanders is checked in for Bloch. Duncan comes in for Davis. B.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Chase Budinger. And Ellis in for Bellinelli. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Omer Ash, he's checked in for Hill. Ash comes in for Vonleh. Tyreek Evans is checked in for Terrence Ross. And it's Calderon in for Sean Livingston. Calderon dishes to Bosch. And he gets it to go. Bosch has got 12 points in the game.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Now running. Oh, look out.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
Here we go, one-on-one. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Evans has got 4 points this quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Toronto.
Well, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Now, here's Calderon after the miss from Tim Duncan. Poked away. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Clock at 4. Off the inbound. Calderon, no good.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Duncan with the screen on Calderon. And it's Duncan penetrating. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, it's absolutely incredible when you look at Tim Duncan and see the impact he continues to have on games at his current age. I mean, he looks much as he did early in his career. His game has really withstood the test of time, and I think it's partly due to his conditioning, but his IQ is a big factor, and his game has always been one that's been anchored in fundamentals and staying close to the ground.
Now here's Calderon. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Here's Sanders. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got 4 assists in the game. DeRozan on the wing. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Now here's Ellis. Here's Duncan. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Duncan's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Right side Bosch. It's stolen by Duncan. Outside Collison. Passes to Tucker. From outside the arc. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Darren Collison.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
There's the screen. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And again, Toronto with the triple.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Collison, the pass to Sanders. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
DeRozan on the wing. Trying to find Ashik. Gets it to him. Shoots. Hits the front of the rim and out.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Duncan kicks it to Tucker. Pass to Sanders. Stolen. DeRozan with it. Picked up by Ellis. Poked loose. All alone.
Oh, what a throw down there, man.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense. Leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Toronto calls timeout.
Well, despite his 6'3" height, Monte Ellis is at his best operating from the mid-range in. He's a superb athlete. He can slice into the defense and finishes with an outstanding touch around the rim.
And the Spurs with some changes. Blotch comes in for Larry Sanders. And it's Ennis in for Darren Collison. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. In the past, as you know, Chris Bosh tried to bulk up, but he's accepted his frame and his finesse game, saying, quote, it's different now. The game is a lot faster. I don't bang anymore. It's not my strength, and I understand that. He's become more perimeter-oriented, and why not, Kevin? He said he realized that you do get one more point for threes. Gentlemen, over to you.
Perimeter shooting big men. Very much in demand, Doris. Thanks. San Antonio calls timeout. And you talk to some coaches around the NBA, they say that Monte Ellis is the closest thing in the league right now to an Allen Iverson.
I would not disagree with that comparison, Kevin. I mean, you look at the quickness, the agility, the ability to score amidst the tall timber is really unique at his ability to finish against taller players, and you love the fearlessness. That's what really was the hallmark of Allen Iverson, and I see some of that in Ellis, too.
Raptors leading by 10. Calderon kicks to Bosh. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
The Raptors weren't really dominant at home by any stretch last year, but they were a much stronger home team than years past, and I think that helped them get to the playoffs. No doubt about it.
Ed Davis is checked in for San Antonio. Good on the second free throw. Guys, you know the Raptors were solid, but not great at home. 26 wins, was only 5th best in the entire Eastern Conference. But, Steve, they felt the advantage here in the playoffs.
Yeah, what a scene it was in this building last year during the postseason. The chants, the noise level, almost felt like a European soccer match in terms of the atmosphere for that first-round series.
Shot clock at 3. Collison for 3.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Calderon in the corner. Cannot hit.
You know, when the shot's not there for you, you've just got to recognize it and move the ball on.
Yeah, I think he had tunnel vision right there. His only thought was to shoot it, no matter what else was going on.
Ellis can't get it to go.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Well, the clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 13. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
It seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And, Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
Raptors leading by 13. Calderon and DeRozan in the backcourt. Tyreke Evans out there with Chris Bosh. And it's Asik in the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Bosh from about 16. Misses the easy stuff. Collison kicks to Duncan. Evans with some nice D.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Outside Bosh. Back to Evans. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Exceptional play to take the bump and still get it up and down.
Yeah, way to stay with it and look to finish the play right there.
Well, a starter for his whole career. Tyreke Evans spent most of last season, Clark, as a 6th man with the Pelicans.
Yeah, and you know, Kevin, they envisioned him in a bit of a Manu Ginobili role, providing scoring and playmaking off the bench, but after they were hit with some injuries, he excelled in the starting role.
Calderon with it. Picked up by Collison. Bosh dishes to Evans. Back to Bosh. Fires from deep. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists in the game.
And Evans, a player who makes some sense as a bench scorer. He's best with the ball in his hands, attacking off the dribble.
Puts up the baby hook. But they get it back. Stolen by Collison. Fires the 3. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And offensively, they have yet to hit a shot. Slow start here to the second half.
Back to Calderon. 6 on the shot clock. Releases from 15. Kicks it out to Evans. Bosch again. Sanders. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. The second chance effort. And he sinks the layup. DeRozan's got 11 points.
And for Evans last season, the shooting was down, but he improved his rebounding and his assists. He's really working to develop his jump shot, and I know how much that would really enhance his game if he can get it to be more consistent.
Raptors leading by 19 points. Right side Bosch. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Calderon kicks to Bosch. Back to Calderon. Outside DeRozan. From deep three-point range. The rebound by the Spurs.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Sanders with the ball. Working on Ashik. Sanders' shot is off.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this third quarter. They've got to loosen up here.
Calderon passes to Evans. Back to Calderon. Left side, DeRozan. To the middle. Here's Ashik. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, not everybody in Houston was happy when Dwight Howard chose to sign with the Rockets. Omer Ashik found himself out of a starting position and promptly requested a trade from the team. This offseason, he finally got that wish.
You talk about Ashik's trade request. You know, after 2 seasons as a backup in Chicago, he signed with the Rockets thinking he'd be their starting center. And I think he is a starting caliber center in this league. Tough for him to take that step back into a reserve role, sure. Davis kicks to Ellis for 3, and it's Toronto with the rebound. Bosch has got his 5th rebound in this one. Evans with it, picked up by Davis. Richardson kicks to Bosch. Up and in on the layup. Bosch has got 20. And Ashik, when he demanded that trade, Clark, he sat out games and practices for a week in protest.
And Kevin, that could not have gone very well with the Rockets or his teammates or helped his trade value. I mean, that was not the way to respond after averaging over $8 million a year on this contract. If you're cashing those checks, you better show up and do your job.
Now here's Calderon looking for his first basket still in this one. In the corner, it's Richardson. That falls. Nice speed this time from Jose Calderon.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Watch with the screen on Richardson. Ellis dishes to Blotch. Ellis right side. The second chance effort. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
Bosch, no one around him. No good on the 3. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Collison kicks to Ellis. Back to Collison. Ellis with the screen for Collison. Ellis outside. Almost, but it rolls out.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Here's Hushit. Blotch pulls it in. Blotch has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Davis setting the pick for Collison. And Tucker has it in the corner. Pass to Blotch. For 3, Ellis. And he gets it to go. Ellis has got 7.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Toronto calls timeout.
Well, you watch the Spurs and see how versatile they are, unselfishly finding the open guy. They can be surgical at times in their precision. It's not a surprise that they dominated the Eastern Conference last year and year to year here recently.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. Nick Galavis comes in for Darren Collison. Feeds to Vonleh. Ross on the wing. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Ross has got 8 points.
As you would expect the Spurs to do, they dismantled the East last year. The top team in the West usually does that against the East, and that was the case with the Spurs. 24-6, best in the West. Real advised shot selection right there, Clark.
It really was. I mean, very low percentage shot there.
Here is Livingston. Ross passes to Livingston. On the wing, Thornton. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. 8 points for him. Well, for the Spurs, it wasn't, Clark, that they were just winning against the East. They were, more often than not, blowing Eastern Conference teams away.
Kevin, they would finish with an average margin of victory just under double digits. And that gives you an idea of how dominant they were versus the East. There were very few teams that they had trouble with.
He feeds it to Thornton. Hill left side. Not enough on that one as it misses. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Davis sets a screen. Galavis kicks to Bellinelli. Hits the 3-point bomb. Bellinelli's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here is Livingston. Pick up by Hill. Ross in the corner. No one near him. Kicks to Hill. Ross dishes to Livingston. Toronto working the ball around now. Ross against Ellis. Here's Hill. Another shot. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. Here is Livingston. There's a good screen. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. In transition, here come the Spurs. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Toronto. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Raptors.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And then how about the scoring? They've gotten down on the post, really dominating that lane area.
The feed to Thornton. 6 to shoot. Pick up by Hill. And Thornton kicks to Hill. The rebound by the Spurs. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Well, Jordan Hill has battled injuries, but when he's played, Clark, he's been pretty effective.
You know, Kevin, last season, around 20 minutes per game he played with the Lakers, and you could argue he should have been playing more. He was very productive in that time on the floor. He's more a banger than a spread four. He's not a great perimeter shooter. So the fit with their spread-out system might have limited his playing time.
And the Raptors call time here.
And he'll try to develop his outside shot to better fit into the Lakers' offense last year, but that's not his strength. I mean, where he's best is his ability to use his size and athleticism on the boards and really defensively as well.
Chase Budinger, he's checked in for the Spurs. .133 left to play here in the third. Livingston passes to Ross. From deep, Thornton. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And Hill is one of the best rebounders in the league. He's a quality defender as well, and he can play some center. So if he can stay healthy, I think he's a guy that can really be a player to watch.
Ross kicks to Vonleh. There's the pass to Thornton. He dishes it to Ross. Knocked away. There's the pick. Here's Livingston. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Yeah, no problem knocking down that shot. And a little more damage inflicted on another defensive lapse.
There's the screen by Blatch. Calathes kicks to Bellinelli. Here's Davis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Davis has got 6.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
It's Hill on the wing. Inside. Here's Vonleh. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 6 points for Noah Vonleh.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Raptors lead by 18. Spurs trail by 18. On the floor for San Antonio. They've got Budinger. Watch out there with Davis. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Calathes in it for the points. The 3. Dishes it to Davis. And the foul on Pablo Brihion. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Calathes. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the lay-in. Calathes has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Spurs. Here's Brihion. Now the dish to Ross. And that one's good. And the Raptors lead by 18.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Davis sets a screen. And that one goes long. Raptors leading by 18. Here's Brihion. Ross in the corner. 6 to shoot. Shot on the way. And again, it's Toronto converting.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Yeah, reliable weapon, and that's a sign that the offense is working. They're really moving the ball well and finding good opportunities.
Calathes gets the bucket.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
And Prigioni kicks to Ross. Passes it to Prigioni. Here's Hill. Rebound San Antonio. Davis has got 8 rebounds in this game. And the foul on Pablo Prigioni. That'll be his second foul of the game. Guido Turkoglu's checked in for Chase Budinger. And Bellinelli kicks to Turkoglu. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And it's Marcus Thornton with the foul. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Davis, here we go. Here's Calathes. The offensive rebound. Raptors leading by 17. Here's Prigioni. The kick out to Hill. Pass to Thornton. Feeds it to Prigioni. He dishes it to Ross. Now Vonleh. 6 to shoot. The good-looking shot from the wing. And the Raptors lead by 19.
Well, he can squeeze himself into the box score every now and then.
Bellinelli dishes to Turkoglu. He kicks it to Blotch. Pass to Bellinelli. Here's Turkoglu. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Prigioni. In the corner, Thornton with it. He feeds it to Vonleh. Here's Ross. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Terrence Ross delivering on his promise as a shooter in year 2. His percentage is up in every category, especially beyond the arc.
2 shots. And Ross, boy, he's got a smooth stroke, seems to always be on balance, good feet and fundamentals. And with that 6'7" frame, he's able to shoot and make tough shots over taller defenders. I think he's a legit floor spacer.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Chris Bosh is checked in for Vonleh. DeRozan comes in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Calderon in for Pablo Prigioni. Evans, he's checked in for the Raptors. Spurs also with the sub. Larry Sanders is checked in for Andre Blotch. And Terrence Ross, not just a shooter, he's a dynamite athlete, Steve, a devastating finisher in transition.
Yeah, still developing his handle, Kevin, in terms of attacking the basket on his own. But if he can develop that, the sky's the limit for him.
Collison with it. Evans picks him up. Collison the pass to Ellis. Davis kicks to Sanders. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
9 seconds of the shot.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
The Raptors making a switch here. Ashik's checked in. And Davis can't get it to go.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
That's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
2 shots.
Ed Davis is a player who's bounced around a bit, even though he's still pretty young. What he needs now is just an opportunity, I think. He's shown he can play at this level.
And Clark Ed Davis with good size, the power forward spot, a good defender and rebounder.
He'll block some shots as well. Offensively, he can finish. He's a nice rotation big man with good length for his position.
And again, no good by Toronto.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
They get it back. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Up strong off the offensive rebound.
What a play. They can cut this lead down if they start converting more of their second points.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, but you wonder, where were those earlier? They're just hustling more now.
Calderon, no good. Got a piece of it. Spurs trail by 14. Collison kicks to Turkoglu. Sanders sets the screen for Turkoglu. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's on Chris Bosh.
So much can be said about the Spurs' dominance as a franchise. I mean, 15 straight years of winning 50 games or more during the regular season. You know, last year, they were at least 500 or better against every other team in the league, and they have been since 1976.
San Antonio making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Here's Calderon. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And guys, think about the history of the Spurs. They didn't even come into the NBA until 1976 when they made the transition from the old ABA.
Well, you talk about a fan base that is spoiled. I mean, nearly 40 years of beating every team in the league, more than they've been beaten by those teams. So just an incredible record.
With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Tim Duncan. Bosh is screen on Collison. Kicks it to Bosh. Shot clock at 6. The feed now to Calderon. And the pass to DeRozan. And it comes off the front of the rim. Spurs trail by 10. In the corner, it's Turkoglu. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Spurs making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. Evans kicks to DeRozan. Bosh sets the pick for DeRozan. Looking to end the drought. That one rolling around and rims out.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
You know, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
Collison dishes to Duncan. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The shot by Evans, nobody around. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. And the Raptors lead by 12. Collison kicks to Ellis. Dishes it to Duncan. And that one's good.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Raptors leading by 10. Doubled by Collison. Bosh can't hit.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
I like the way that he has really stayed aggressive from that three-point line after not making a single one before the halftime.
And the Raptors call time here.
Darren Collison, a.k.a. DC, is more of a scoring point guard than a pure passing point guard. But, you know, it's interesting. His best assist numbers were in his first year in the league.
And for Darren Collison, Steve, an efficient scorer.
Yeah, he's got a nice stroke from long range. Also the ability to play the pick and roll game and finish around the rim. Very dangerous player with his quickness.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
DeRozan with it. Picked up by Ellis. Here's Calderon, and he lays it straight in.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Collison kicks it to Tucker. It's deflected. And here's Calderon. The dish to DeRozan. Back to Bosch. Shot clock at 5. It's in the short one. And now an 11-point Raptor lead.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Collison kicks to Ellis. Here's Duncan. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
They haven't had as much success in the paint here. Everything has been from the perimeter here in the second half. And that's not a winning strategy. They've got to get back to getting that ball inside.
Raptors leading by 8. Passes it to Washington. Sanders with the steal. And a wide open look here for Ellis. And another basket for San Antonio.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Pass to Washington. Six to shoot. Feeds it to Calderon. Fires from deep. Larry Sanders with the rebound. Collison the pass to Ellis. Now the Raptors moving it up. DeRozan leading the charge. And the foul on Monte Ellis. That's his first foul. 122. Oh,
get it!
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah, that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year, and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one. Well, it's been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Calderon kicks to Evans. He dishes it to DeRozan. It's stolen by Duncan. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance.
Take a look at what Ellis has done so far. He's got 19 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense.
And so Monte Ellis nails both of them.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
He just is not missing today. What a day he's had from the field.
I think he's the guy who's kept him in this game with his performance at that end of the court.
Duncan with his screen on DeRozan. Fast break Toronto. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Showing off a very smooth stroke at the free throw line right there. And this game is finally getting away from him.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
That's his comfort zone. So defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
At the line from your Raptors, Jose Calderon. 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game.
And that ought to do it. I think chance for a miracle comeback just went out
Antonio calls timeout. They're losing by 9. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So both teams changing it up here. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
23 seconds of shot clock. 23.
From deep. It's rebounded by Bonner. And the Raptors call time here. They're leading by 9. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Not sure why they're calling this timeout. The game is pretty much over.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Steve. Maybe they just want to bask in the wind just a little longer, but I don't agree with it. Let's go. Get out of here.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. He kicks to Ross. And the miss. And so it's Toronto winning this one. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh.